The Woosh sisters and the Carnival of Cognitive Dissonance. Dramatis personae. Sarah Woosh, eldest sister, aluminum foil tiara forever slipping into pyramid formation. Sue Woosh, younger sister, dons a colander-style foil crown with enthusiastic wobble. Donkey Man, sidewalk satirist, foam donkey boot at the ready, accompanied by 3 diva dogs, Ashy, Trashy and Classy. Modelo, donkey showman, caveman child next door, superhero diaper, clingy beer, no relation. Jabba the Pizza Hut, Modelo's formidable wife and improvised perch. Officer Gompers, long-suffering beat cop assigned to Idiot Road. Chapter 1. Morning on Idiot Road. The sun clawed its way over East LA, turning every stucco wall the colour of reheated refried beans. From their permanently clay-caked curtains, the Woosh sisters began the daily vigilance routine. So 7:02 a.m, Sarah completed the foil hat integrity check with a meat thermometer. If the tip stays cool, the mind control waves stay out. At 5 a.m, Sue finished reciting her favourite bedtime story, The Princess and the Snow Pea Brain, the one where a pea-sized intellect slumbers beneath 50 mattresses of self-importance. They found the moral deeply inspirational. They had never seen snow, only read about it in suspiciously cheerful pamphlets, but they still considered themselves experts on all frozen matters. Outside, Donkey Man performed his warm-up lunges, mirror tucked under one arm, diva dogs circling his calves like fuzzy satellites. The sisters' jaws dropped. Whoosh! He's stretching emotional metaphors again, Sarah whispered. Call 911, Sue hissed, already dialing. The cuckoo man is talking to himself in reflective surfaces, classic sign of cranial infiltration. Officer Gompers, still digesting a breakfast burrito, groaned when he heard the dispatch. Idiots reporting mirror delusions again. Chapter 2, the mirror that reflects too much Donkey Man. Planted a mismatched thrift store chaise on the curb, raised his mirror and began narrating. Open quote, "Behold, citizens, a genuine reflection of ridiculousness. Gaze upon it, if you dare, and witness your own absurdities staring back." Close quote. Ashy, Trashy and Classy barked in supportive 3-part harmony. The Woosh sisters shuddered. They thought the dogs were heckling them personally. Sue scribbled furiously in her Stegosaurus-embossed notebook. Dog chorus equals auditory harassment. Possible subliminal messaging keyed to canine frequencies. They could not fathom the mirror's purpose, so they named it Cuckoo Man, because any object encouraging self-reflection must be insane. Chapter 3, Police Procedure in the Valley of Nonsense. Officer Gompers arrived to the sound of Sue's trademark fake laugh, 3 seconds late, punctuated like a walrus gargling gravel-coated corn dogs. Local dogs howled along, amplifying the chaos. "Ladies," the officer sighed, "again?" "He's talking to no one," Sarah protested, pointing an accusatory finger at Donkey Man's mirror. "We demand an intervention before he hypnotizes the pigeons." Donkey Man flashed a dazzling grin. "Officer, I'm merely holding up a glass surface. The reflection handles the rest." Gompers checked the crowd. Hip-hop grandmas, skateboard for Lariachi trio tuning up for 10 decided paperwork was futile. Carry on, cavorters. Chapter 4. Street Theatre 101, Enrollment of the Unwilling, sensing comedic gold Donkey Man pivoted. "Welcome, esteemed scholars, to today's Carnival of Cognitive Dissonance." 1. Opening act. The Invisible Posse interviewed Thin Air about conspiracy recipes. Add 2 tablespoons of fear, a pinch of projection, stir until reality curdles. Crowd roared. Woosh's heard only culinary blasphemy. 2. Mid-show quiz. Literal or satirical? If the moon were made of cheese, Congress would debate the dairy subsidy. Sarah buzzed in, "False! The moon is stone. Cheese would melt in sunlight. Checkmate. Thwack!" The foam donkey boot delivered a gentle mule kick of enlightenment. 3. Grand finale. Mirror, mirror, tell them why. He angled the mirror so the sisters' reflections loomed large behind him. Observe, dear audience, the world's most accomplished critics, undefeated in the art of misunderstanding. Whoosh! The implication soared so high it needed air traffic clearance. Chapter 5. The Great Snowless Meltdown. Mid-act, Donkey Man unveiled a bucket of shaved ice labelled Authentic Snow Experience Limited Edition and sprinkled it across the pavement. The Woosh sisters gasped as if witnessing forbidden sorcery. "So that's snow," Sue quavered. "How can we judge its density without prior exposure?" Donkey Man winked at a nearby child licking an ice cone. "Careful, youngster. These flakes might alter your worldview. The sisters retreated, clutching bonnets, terrified that a single flake might fracture their fragile dogma. Sarah drafted an urgent letter to the mayor demanding the prohibition of all precipitation-adjacent performance art. Chapter 6, Modello's accidental cameo. From next door, Modello lurched outside wearing a cape fashioned from pizza boxes, perched on Jabba the Pizza Hut's shoulder. "Hey, Donk Hick, you got any spare snow for my diaper of destiny?" Jabba belched agreement. The crowd, already delirious, nearly collapsed in collective hysteria. The sisters, however, catalogued the scene as further proof society had descended into donkey-driven mayhem. Chapter 7, Evening Epiphanies That Never Land. As sunset painted everything amber, Donkey Man whistled for Ashy, Trashy and Classy. They circled the Woosh sisters affectionately, tails wagging. "See?" Donkey Man murmured to the crowd. Even dogs recognized confusion tinged with longing. He knelt beside Sarah and Sue, tone suddenly gentle. "It isn't laughter at you, dear critics. It's laughter because you remind us of our own blind spots. Mirrors can feel harsh, but they don't lie." The sisters blinked, unsure whether they'd been insulted or invited to understand. They defaulted to indignation. Sue cleared her throat. "Our favourite dinosaur is still the Stegosaurus, spikes for nonsense defence. And our favourite literature shall forever be The Princess and the Snow Pea Brain." Sarah added triumphantly. Donkey Man bowed. "And that, my friends, is the sound of irony putting down new roots." Whoosh! The closing lesson shot skyward like a rocket, leaving the sisters brushing imaginary snow from their sleeves and plotting tomorrow's complaint to City Hall.
Epilogue.
Reflections in the dark later, under a street lamp's halo, Donkey Man stroked Ashy's ears. "Pity runs deep, my friends," he whispered. "May laughter reach them someday, or at least soften their sermons of suspicion." Ashy woofed in agreement. Trashy gnawed a discarded foil scrap. Classy struck a perfect sit-stay worthy of Broadway. Inside their fortress of curtains, the Woosh sisters reviewed their notes. Mirror, it was Cuckoo Man. Officer Gompers, clearly in on plot. Snowflakes weaponized. They nodded, satisfied that their version of reality remained intact, hermetically sealed beneath glimmering foil crowns. The satirical moral. When terror of reflection keeps you indoors, every passerby becomes a threat, every laugh an affront, and every mirror a madman. Yet the real madness is mistaking fear for wisdom and never noticing the snow melting harmlessly at your feet.